the counselling, where to start, the grief, the trauma, because Bali was a complete catastrophe of what we thought it was and what it actually was. I honestly remember talking to myself as I walked into the morgue, and the door slightly opened and there was a yellow bag on the far side of the room, and I just knew it was her. It was really backwards compared to what I can imagine a morgue is in Australia and New Zealand. But I'm just sharing this not to be morbid, just to share that any mum would do anything for their children, I believe. I don't feel like I've been able to be a friend that can be there, but I do try my best. I've learnt to lessen my expectations to nothing, because you just can't. People were doing their own journeys, their lives, and my intention is never to have expectations, because you'll only ever be disappointed. But I do fall on the grace and the peace that passes all understanding in my Father and my God. It still mind blows me about how many people showed up to the funeral and how many people were live touched. I remember getting call after call as my girls and my kids would always go to people's houses, and I get calls, what beautiful children you have. They're always the last there, the last to clean up, the ones that are there to listen, even when they've got work the next day, even when they're sick and they're tired themselves and going through things. I'm honoured that they are all mine. I know these videos always end up in tears, but what do you do when you're talking about your children, let alone being proud of them, and let alone losing them? I just want to say thank you to all those that have stayed close and who has touched base and who have written to Tony and I. For those who may have needed things from us but have only thought of us during this time and given us grace. Those who haven't put extra pressure on us, thank you. Those who have loved us, thank you. Those who have missed us and we couldn't be there, thank you for giving us grace over this period. We notice it, we see it, and this overthinker is beyond grateful. I'm going to be doing something really special for Liv's spot on the Gold Coast, so watch this space. Somewhere where we lived for a long time. Somewhere where everyone can also go and sit along the walks that I know that Liv would have treaded and laughed and walked and joked many a time in her life. Anyway, I'll let this be for now. Sending my love